Big Nik, a friend of the show. This guy is so lost. David broke him, man. He became this like born again Christian, and he's like such a little piece of shit. And I don't say little because of his stature. I say it.
No,
You would say that
his
about
actions and words.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of just full Christian fascist now.
It's crazy, bro. That's what happens when David fucks with you for long enough. Here, check this out.
Gas prices.
Oh, I'm always about lowering the gas prices for sure.
Why?
Absolutely.
Let me refresh. We missed the. Okay, you know what? You're never gonna make it Instagram if you're not if you're hoping this shit muted.
Instagram, you're never gonna make it, man.
How are they gonna compete?
Or low gas
This little
prices.
startup Instagram.
What the fuck did he ask?
I'm always about lowering the gas.
How am I supposed to see the volume
I
in the
don't know
beginning?
why it starts muted like that. It's very annoying.
Why the I just how am I supposed to see the volume at the beginning of this video?
You have to watch it all the way through because you can't rewind either.
Lowering the gas prices for sure.
Why?
The question is in the description.
I think
rewind
feminism is
time.
a demonic movement created by Satan to emasculate men, to get them out of the biblical order that God created.
Right.
And
You know, not to be rude, but if you go back to the Old Testament days, I'm pretty sure they would have fucking thrown him in a well. Like, to be totally honest. Like, just be real. He longs for the days of the Old Testaments, right? They would have fucking they would have. I'm just being honest. They would have killed him as a bait. They would have fucking. He'd be in like in a circus show or something. Like they would treat him like he was a demon.
Friday the Button. Friday.
And thank God we live in a society today that has moved beyond that and sees that we're all people and we're all valuable and worthy of love and have. You know, but like he longs for these old days where he would not be viewed as a human being. Like straight the fuck up, dude.
I do not know if that has any historical basis.
I was just gonna ask
genuinely
you to
don't
fact
know.
check that.
I don't know.
You're telling me during the Salem witch trials, this dude comes out talking about burn the witches, they wouldn't throw his ass in the well?
I definitely not by Salem witch trials days. Ancient Israel and stuff. I can't speak on.
Actually, I'm interested if I'm actually on to something or not. Well, we can all agree he wouldn't have as much. People wouldn't be as accepting as they are today. You can agree on that, right, Dan?
There is a Wikipedia article about dwarves and pygmies in ancient Egypt. They were treated with considerable respect.
That's not
and could
dude, I'm
enjoy
talking
high
about
social
biblical-
positions.
Egypt
This
is
is
not where we're
biblical.
going.
I'm just reading this article that popped up when I looked for it.
So what? He was like.
I'm just kind of curious myself.
He was like a god. They celebrated him.
It seemed
in Egypt, yeah, in Egypt.
at least in Egypt.
You know, I don't care about what they did in Egypt.
This is in the Old Kingdom period, which is definitely biblical times. We're talking 2500 BC ish.
No. We're talking about like Spanish Inquisition times.
That's
what he.
That's
longs
a
for.
totally. That's
No, but
the
that's
Middle
like
Ages.
Christian. That's like Christianity prime time.
I think you're thinking of Westeros.
No, you're talking. Yes, so you're talking about when Catholicism dominated Europe,
Yes,
and
that's-
okay,
that- you know,
that's
when it
not
was-
biblical times necessarily.
That's not what I meant. Yeah. In biblical times, Jesus was like a nice dude, and everybody was like,
Our
cool.
DNA history, what is that term?
Geez, I don't know.
I don't even drive like a gas-powered car. I drive a Tesla. I just don't like feminism.
Sick.
So, it's cringe.
Unlike you.
Protect feminism or low gas prices.
Oh, I'm always about lowering the gas prices for sure.
Why?
Absolutely. I think feminism is a demonic movement created by Satan to emasculate men, to get them out of the biblical order that God created. And
Yeah, you can just walk off, bro. You don't have to finish that thought.
The biblical order.
and I don't even drive like a gas-powered car. I drive a Tesla. I just don't like feminism. So, it's cringe.
Bro, you cannot be serious right now.
Violet L donated $5 and said, I majored in medieval history In the Middle Ages, people thought you were demonic/unholy if you were disabled.
I knew it. That's what I was saying.
Okay, well, you didn't say that.
Medieval
Once
time.
you clarified.
But that's when
okay,
Christianity was like swinging.
It was
its
popping.
dick,
It was
baby.
popping, baby.
You know, the kings were Christian. It was-
Okay, well,
and as you
interesting.
know, Christianity made Europe a beautiful, peaceful place when it dominated.
Aggie
like
says
the
in
medieval times.
In Victorian England, people with dwarfism were kept by kings and queens as pets for entertainment.
That's what I'm saying. They were not viewed as human beings.
So Middle Ages.
Yes, the
all of
Middle
this would have made a lot more sense if you said
because
in the
when he
Middle
says, "I want to go back before feminism," I feel like that's when he's talking about.
Sure.
When men were men and women were women.
A todger
And todgers were todgers.
while sucking a smoko,
So I think I have a good point.
watching a wiener, and dreaming of my next tucker.
I dream of a good, righteous England
Taught her to say
when tuckers were tuckers and dwarfs were locked up as the demons we knew they were. I dream of a just England
Sharples, that's not your ID!
where dwarfs were locked up and they were locked up and exercised. The only place I would see a dwarf was in the custody of our good Lord, who made them sing and dance with an umbrella.
You fools.
Feminism is a satanic plot. I long for the old days when women were women and dwarfs were slaves.
Todger?
That's right.
Todger?
I think I do have a good point. Even though I don't think any
Now that
of
we
you are
honed
willing-
in on the medieval, what
Yeah.
threw me is when you said biblical times.
Okay, yeah, medieval times. So you back me up? Are you co-signing my point?
Yeah, the
Okay,
disabled
thank you.
people were treated very poorly in medieval times.
Thank
That
you.
is 100% true.
Somebody tell Big Nik. Thank God we live in a day where, you know, people are more tolerant, accepting. It's awesome. Because if I was Jewish, I'd probably be killed too, bro. I'd be tap dancing right next to you. You know, I'd be tap dancing for my life right there in the king's court.
You would have converted. You would have folded.
You think so? I don't think they
I mean,
give
how
you a
would- how-
chance. Do they give you a choice?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah, I'd leave it.
It was convert or die.
I don't want to be a Jew. I keep telling you guys, I don't want this. Y'all think it's like some cool shit. Like, take it, bro. I don't need it. I don't want it. Don't talk to me. Just leave me alone.
Well, turn yourself into the nearest cathedral. Next opportunity you get.
Well, thank God we live in a place. And, you know, and Big Nik, you'd have to convert too.
Well, he's seen the
Which
light.
means I think what they would do is they would stretch you, bro. They
I
had
don't-
like
okay.
devices. They had devices where they would.
I mean, that was a torture device. I don't know if that was
They'd stretch
specifically
him
used
out.
on little people.
Just saying.
Protect
I actually want more Big Nik content. I'm craving
Why?
it. Do you guys have any more Big Nik content? Because it's so interesting to me how he's fallen so hard.
feminism or low gas prices?
Oh, I'm always about lowering the gas prices for sure.
Why?
Absolutely. Well, I think feminism's a demonic movement created by Satan to emasculate men, to get them out of the biblical order that God created. And I don't even drive like a gas-powered car. I drive a Tesla. I just don't like feminism. So, it's cringe.
Dude, you are such a loser, bro. It's not his fault though. David broke him.
You put this on David? I don't know if you can entirely put this on David.
He was a normal dude until David fucked him up.
Was he?
Or, well, I think
Was
so.
he-
He wasn't a Christian.
I thought that was always like kind of part of his thing.
Oh, what?
I'm looking over to AB, our resident vlog squad
I think
expert here.
yeah, I think David used to make fun of him for it towards the end of it.
Oh, he found God before.
Yeah. When he left right away, he was saying like David and the crew was doing witchcraft and doing a bunch of unholy shit.
Yeah, that's what David's been doing wrong. Not the excavator. The witchcraft. Dude, I live for Big Nik takes, actually. All right, it's official. I want to debate feminists on podcast now. Call in, bitch. Call the fuck in. Where you at, Big Nik? Message him. Call in right now.
Yeah.
This is just from last month, only like a week ago. Call me, Big Nik.
I will be reaching out. Look for a DM.
Oh, look at this fucking loser from whatever. He said, "Come on, whatever, whenever, bro. Come on, whenever."
He DM'd me once. I could shoot him a message, see if he wants to come on.
The whatever guy.
No, Big Nik.
Message him right now. Call in right now, Big Nik. You
I
demon.
know how well he'll take to a woman.
You're a
messaging
demon.
him.
I'm gonna exercise him right here on air.
Demon die.
You're a demon, Nick.
He wouldn't touch my message. He'd probably be like, "That's a woman." Absolutely not.
Now, Nick, if you're gonna call in here today, I need you to put 10 cloves of garlic round your neck. Cause you are a demon, boy. I need you to do 20 Hail Marys and spin around on your chair like. Big Nik, the moment you were born, an earthquake hit Indonesia. Killed 10,000 people. It's so fucking ridiculous. Big Nik.
By the blood of the Lamb, by the blood of the Lamb, God.
By the blood of the Lamb, Big Nik, I beseech you. Hail Satan.